I am back with another reading, guys. Here hanging with my sidekick, Mega Good Vibes, the Saucy Beaver, and we are on to do some messages from the Divine Masculines. Okay, it's been a while, guys. Please forgive me my voice; it's a little bit stuffy. I caught the flu, but nonetheless, we're gonna get these messages out. Okay, so the energy with the masculines right now, it feels very intense. Okay, so the major message I've been getting is they're trying to remain calm and disciplined, but it's difficult. Okay, many of them feel very obsessive with you right now, Divine Feminine, and I keep hearing like, I hope you feel the way I feel. Okay, they're worried that you're not going to feel the way that they feel for you, because I feel like this whole twin flame feeling, this feeling of being connected to another person without knowing why and what it means. A lot of your masculines are really tapping into that, okay? And there's also this energy in the air with the divine feminines of it being too late, or like the damage has been done. Okay, so I'm getting that message coming from the feminine. So even though you may acknowledge your divine masculine, you may still hold space. I just feel like, from the feminine's side of things right now, and the sun's just coming out so beautifully as I'm saying this. It's been so gloomy all morning. But I just feel like with the divine feminines, a lot of you, you're busy, okay? There's a lot of things that are keeping you really busy right now, and it's like your vibration, that high vibration, can't be messed with right now. It's like you're being very careful about your next steps on this journey, and I feel like anyone coming into your life is going to have to prove themselves worthy. And I think like that's where your masculines are at. Okay, so let's go ahead and get an oracle message first to start off with the masculines energy. So we have air, ace, so we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so that could be a specific message for those of you who are air signs. It doesn't have to be, but I love that we have the message ace on here as well, because it confirms the beginning of something very new. For me, ace as well could mean a big blessing. Sorry guys, my nose is running. Let me just... Sorry about that, guys. But I feel like, this could be an important message that something new is coming through here for the divine masculine. It's like a new experience, a new opportunity. Many of your masculines could be relocating or moving, and that's to be closer to you as well, divine feminine. Can we get some clarification on what this new beginning is all about for the divine masculines? Okay, so we have reunion and we have soul ties. Okay, so that's making their way back to what feels good, to what feels authentic. And I think that's that brick wall I've been talking about with the masculine collective. So if you guys haven't seen the community posts, check it out, because I did write in the comment section about the overall energy I was feeling a couple of weeks ago where, many of your masculines are exiting karmic situations to enter into the reunion with you, divine feminine. But I feel like a major lesson here was that they had to make that call or that decision on their own, and even though many of your masculines are making their way back to you, I feel like when they do get there, it still isn't going to be that full reunion, because if they are exiting karmic situations, the divine feminines are naturally going to be in a place of taking things slow, like continuously slowing things down, because I feel like divine feminine, you're not wanting to be anybody's rebound, and it's like you don't have you don't have place or space in your life right now for your divine masculines coming through, and I feel like the universe is making that really obvious for you. It's like they don't fit in right now, and that's because it's like the universe wants them to do that inner work, right? It's not like exiting the karmic situation and now hopping over to the divine feminine's energy to feed off of it. I feel like many of you, it feels like rejection for many of your masculines at this time. A lot of you could be ignoring them, you could be ghosting them, not answering their messages. They could be trying to reach out. I'm seeing too that many of them are not reaching out through fake numbers anymore. Like they're directly calling you. They're directly trying to get in touch with you. Can we talk? Can I talk to you? Just anything that they can do to initiate conversation with you. And I feel like many of you are really slow to respond right now, if at all. Okay, we have transcendence and we have unity. Okay, I feel like both of you are working together without realizing it. It's like the feminines are, naturally giving a lot of space right now because, yeah, I feel like no one, if you're in the feminine energy, I feel like you're like, listen, like I'm no one's, I'm no one's like dumping ground. Or I feel like a lot of your masculines could be going through a lot and they want to express a lot of regret and a lot of things that they faced maybe in their karmic situations, but I feel like a lot of you like you don't want to hear it. Okay, and speaking of don't want to hear it, it's because you're experiencing this kind of freedom. Okay, so freedom, we have the word leap, we have Uranus, and we have opportunities. And I love that Uranus, that energy comes through here because it's talking about the things that are keeping this divine feminine, like I said, busy to the point where many of you just don't have space or you don't have place for your twin flame connection right now. You're masculine. Many of you are growing. A lot of you are leaving the whole twin flame label behind. It just doesn't resonate anymore. Many of you are searching and seeking for more on the journey. And I feel like it's pushing your divine masculine as well at the same time, okay, to want more for themselves. And that's part of keeping themselves really disciplined right now because they've got to go inward. It's almost going to be like a turn off for you guys when they do come forward, even if they're not divulging whatever's going on in their karmic situations. Many of you can feel it energetically, okay? You're feeling like they're not as like confident as they can be. They're coming towards you like a wounded warrior type of thing. And I feel like many of you can sense it, divine feminines. So the conversation may not flow. I'm hearing like flirty, like the conversation may not be as flirty as you want it to be because you can sense that the energy here is someone who is wounded. And I feel like you're not wanting to help this person lick their wounds clean. It's like that's a job for them to do right now. Okay, so many of your masculines could be feeling very blocked from you. Okay, you guys might be smiling to them, showing them a good face, saying hello. Maybe you are answering back their conversations. Maybe you guys are in communication, but just like you can sense them energetically as the wounded warrior, they can sense you energetically as just not being as open to receiving them. Okay, we have confusion, we have Neptune and illusions. I feel like many of your masculines are over the illusions as well with their karmic situations, continuously hitting that brick wall over and over and over again. And now I feel like they're looking at it from, a perspective that just kind of makes more sense. And I also feel like a lot of your masculines are maturing. Like I'm getting a lot of masculines approaching their 40s, even like their 50s. And some of them could be naturally saying to themselves, like, I'm just not attracted to the pretty face and no personality. And I mean, maybe in the past it was exactly what they wanted because they never would hold themselves accountable. But I feel like it's starting to take its toll where they want depth, they want honesty, they want authenticity. Okay, a lot of your masculines are remembering the types of conversations that you've had with them in the past. I feel too that you make them feel at ease, you make them feel comfortable. There's a sense of like groundedness and maturity and responsibility that I sense with this divine feminine, that could have been seen as a turnoff before with your divine masculines, but that's only because it's like you wouldn't be easy to control, you would hold them accountable, and these types of things were turnoffs for them. Many of your masculines in the past, like they preferred younger, more naive women who would allow them to lead. The thing is, this divine feminine, you're okay with letting your masculine lead, provided they're leading you in the right direction, right? A lot of their karmic partners, they just wanted them to lead. It's like, whichever direction you're leading me, my job is to follow. I feel like this divine feminine was more grounded in that truth of like, yes, I will allow you to lead, but if I see that you're leading me in the wrong direction, I'm going to stop you. Okay, and that's oftentimes what would cause that separation. A lot of your masculines are done dealing with karmic partners who just follow them wherever the hell they go, and usually creates a lot more chaos than they do peace. And I feel like that's what a lot of your masculines are now craving with this maturity that they're getting, is peace. We also have Ace coming up again with Earth. So this could be an earth and air sign, okay? It doesn't have to be, but it is what's coming up here. We have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so again, like a lot of new beginnings here. This reading is definitely for those of you who are coming together in reunion again with your twin flame. But it's not it's like you two are in front of one another right now. It's not this like full reunion, but it's better than it was in the past where it's like you guys had your backs faced to each other. Now I feel like you're face to face, but neither one of you wants to run. And I feel too, guys, like your masculines don't want to chase you. And that's where this whole calm, cool, and disciplined energy is coming from, okay? Maybe that's that earth energy as well, depending on who is which sign in the connection. But like I'm getting like your masculines are maturing so much to the point where it's like they know that chasing you is not going to be the best thing to do. So they are really having to stay calm, cool, and collected and focus on things right now that are going to bring them stability. Many of them are worried about their location right now. Like I'm seeing a lot of masculines wanting to like relocate or have a home of their own or a space of their own where they could just think and be themselves. A lot of relationships for these masculines are falling away. So many of your masculines could feel very isolated or lonely right now because just people don't understand what it is they're going through. They're making a lot of decisions on the journey right now that is leading them toward the divine feminine, and I feel like they're not interested in counsel from anybody right now. Okay, they have a goal in mind and it's toward the divine feminine. Let's get a card on that and find out how they're feeling in their heart space, because they are focused on you but they don't want to chase, because I feel like I don't know, they want to appear a lot more mature and stronger for you. Okay, let's see what's going on in their heart. Okay, so we have deception, no longer wanting to, they don't want to give this energy anymore. And either way, divine feminine, if they are wearing a false mask, I feel like time and time again, it doesn't matter how many times you guys come together and separate. Like I said, if they're going to wear a false mask and lead you in the wrong direction, you're not going with them. So a lot of your masculines, they may be in front of you and part of, this is what's going to happen for a lot of you. Part of many of your divine masculines showing that discipline is going to be not running and not chasing either. So there's going to be no more ghosting, but there's also going to be no more chasing and like obsessive energy either. Because I'm telling you guys, like a lot of your masculines, like they've had to work on a lot of stuff. Like they would be compulsive, driving by your home, texting you guys from fake numbers, doing all kinds of things to get close to you. Without actually just coming forward and communicating. And I think that many of them have realized it doesn't get them anywhere. Okay, there's always going to be something that comes in the way that alerts the divine feminine to the deception. So a lot of you masculines are wanting to leave that behind, and let's see what they're wanting to express it with. Not express, because sorry guys. I'm looking at the word express, but anyways, I don't even remember what I was going to say because my phone came on, but it's being replaced. That's the word I was going to get at. This deception is being replaced by express your love. Okay, and that's why I was saying they're not interested in running, but they're also trying to be calm, cooled, and disciplined, not to like chase you. Because I think in the past, this chasing energy is like love bombing someone, and then when that person reciprocates, it's like all of a sudden your masculines would kind of get bored and run off in a different direction, or the love that you reciprocate would get too overwhelming and feel too real. And it's gotten to that point too where I feel like many of the divine feminines, like if your masculine is coming towards you again, it's going to be a very slow process. And the reason it's going to be a really slow process is because it's going to be on your terms, divine feminine. You're not interested in somebody that has to chase you, and you're not interested in anyone who's going to run from you. And what that's doing is like it's commanding this very like mature, calm, disciplined masculine that's before you. And when they express their love, it's going to be in truth and authenticity and maturity, right? I feel like a lot of you have been dealing with masculines who are really up there in their age. Like I'm talking about like late 30s, maybe even approaching their 40s, late 40s, going into their 50s. And it's like they were still acting like they were like 17, 18, 19 years old. And that was like a huge turnoff for many of you in the feminine energy. And it was really hard for a lot of your masculines to to grasp that, right? It's like, wait a second, like I'm the whole package here, you know? A lot of you were dealing with masculines, very good looking, very King of Wands, you know, they look the part, very tall, dark, and handsome, or just really well put together. But you're their match, Divine Feminine, in every way. And so a lot of you didn't care for all of the flashy. It's like a man has to bring that depth and substance, or woman, depending on what the dynamics are. But it's like you're not the type of man or woman to fall for like someone who looks flashy on the outside, right? It's like for men, it could be a woman who, I mean, gosh, she looks wonderful, like well put together, dresses great, but it's like the personality, it lacks depth. It's maybe shallow. It's too focused on the material world, material things. So a lot of you guys, you know, who are listening to these readings, it's like you've spent so much time developing yourself, and you've ascended to the point where it's like you don't wear a mask and you don't wear these rose-colored glasses, okay? And it's like you've taken them off, and you can see, you can read energy, you can see into people. And I feel like many of your masculines are paying attention to that now, so much to the point where it's like they cannot deceive you. So it's like if they want a spot in your life, they have no choice at this time but to come honestly. All right, so that's what I have for you guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next reading, okay? All right, bye guys.